YouTube, this is Matthew, and today is a seriously sad day for gaming everywhere. Um, I'm just at a loss for words because, crimes like these happen, and it sucks that they do, but sometimes it's just like, where do you draw the line? I'm talking about Friday. Um, Friday night, a man who was a pro gamer. His name was Daniel John Zietz. He was 28 years old, and he was killed for his PlayStation 4 that he put on Craigslist. Um, it's just sad, really. This news, it's everywhere. It is viral. A friend of his posted a video on YouTube. I think in a day it got like 20,000 views. But in all honesty, it's just a sad day for gaming everywhere. Um, we hear stories about this all the time. I mean, people getting robbed. Craigslist has a warning, which doesn't really their warning labels, because I have used Craigslist. Their warning labels not really specify this, which I think it should, but Craigslist's warning label just specify avoid fraud, Western Union checks and stuff like that. Checks, don't do shipping, stuff like that. But they don't really cover this, and it's just a sad day. It's just a sad day, really. He was killed over a PS4. The people that did kill him, they're both in custody, so that's a good thing. I pray for his friends and family. It's just a sad day. I'm still at a loss for words. Just over this fact that stuff like this do happen, and even though a lot of people don't put it as a shock as they should be, a lot of people, they're becoming too numb for these type of crimes, and I think that's real sad. It's just the fact is that he was trying to sell his PS4 on Craigslist for whatever reason. I feel that maybe, whatever his motives were for selling his PS4, I don't think he really thought about the chance of somebody trying to rob him. Because when you put stuff on eBay and on Craigslist, or, the classified ads, the last thing on your mind is, I'm going to get robbed. That's the last thing on your mind. It was just one of those days. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong person. And it's sad, really. It's just very sad. But I think a lot of people go on Craigslist, go on eBay to sell their games, because stores like GameStop, all those gaming stores, they don't give you guys a fair deal. At least in my opinion, they don't give the customer a fair deal. A game that you paid $65 for, $55 for, brand new, and a week later you take it to GameStop, and seriously, I had this personally happen to me, where actually the clerk would literally say that my game that I purchased for $55, $65, $50 to $65 range, was worth at best maybe $10 to $15 at best. Now we're talking about games that are still fresh new. I mean, the popularity are still high, because I paid full price and the game's not even a month old, and you're telling me that the game is only worth $10 to $15 at best. I mean, I had them tell me some of my video games were only worth maybe $4 or $5. I think one game, the person told me it was worth $2.99. And then when you look at the shows, if you give them, which I have done this, I gave them a game, whatever, they gave me store credit, whatever. I went back the next day. They had the very same game, my game that I gave them, very same game. Their price was $25, used of course. They only gave me like maybe $5. You know, and I think stuff like that forces people to find alternatives to get their money worth, what they feel that their item is actually worth. Sometimes people ask for too much money, sometimes people ask for too little, you know. But, you know, I think this guy, I mean, I think he felt that GameStop was not going to give him a good deal, and thus he went on Craigslist. This is just my opinion, and he put it, and it's sad what happened to him. But I think like stores like GameStop really force people to find alternative ways, and more common these type of crimes. More and more common these type of crimes happen. I think GameStop and these other games that accept video games and video game accessories and consoles and stuff like that, if they would give us a more fair deal, I think these type of crimes would become lower. It's just, I'm just still in awe right now. Just, guy got killed for his PS4. I mean, it's just, I mean, I heard and seen people get killed for less, but it's just very sad. What's more sad was that the shooters were very young. The guy was 20 and the girl was 16, and they had a baby in the back seat. That's just, you know, that's just even worse. That was a baby in the back seat. You know, just, I'm gonna keep this short. If you guys are gonna use Craigslist, I just want to give you guys a few pointers. Maybe stay safe out there. You know, stay safe out there. Number one, never do transactions at nighttime. Always do it in broad daylight, early, you know, midday, lunch hour, where it's the most crowded, where the most, you know, light. So never do transactions at night. Always do it in the daytime, roughly around noon, you know, lunch hour, so that way that it's perfect timing. Always do it in a crowded area. Well, not like severely crowded, but in an area where you know there's gonna be a lot of people at, so that way that there's gonna be a lot of witnesses. So that way that the guys, you know, that are thinking about committing these crimes would seriously second guess doing it and possibly have a change of heart. You know, I hope they have a change of heart. Police stations do not. There's a few police stations that they don't allow transactions like that take place, which is very sad. I think at a police station, their job is to serve and protect. So I think the safest place would be at a police station. So it's a shame that a lot of police stations do not allow like transactions and stuff like that to take place. So, which is really sad because they're, you know, serve and protect. They should be. You know, keep it at like a McDonald's parking lot. You know, fast food parking lot. You know, something like that. So that way that there's a crowd of people. Always never do transactions at your house or at the person's house. Like a person saying, "Hey, you know, come over to my place," or the person was like, "Oh, can I just go to your house to pick it up?" No, that's very dangerous as well, because chances, you know, he could rob you or you could get robbed, you know, are extremely high. Keep it at a public place where there's a group of people always, preferably fast food restaurants, you know, stores and stuff like that. Keep it at a public area. Daylight, roughly maybe noon is the best place. You know, lunch hour. That's why I always say, like, keep it at a public place, like a McDonald's and stuff like that, because at noon those places get pretty filled. So you guys can do a quick transaction at the parking lot, safe as possible. But I think these crimes open our eyes, like some injustice. Of course, I hope justice will be served. I hope they bring out the full law on those two people, just to the fact of the severity of the crime. I really hope justice is served, but I think like this shouldn't have happened. You know, maybe he felt compelled to put it on Craigslist. Maybe he felt Craigslist was safer. Maybe he felt he would get a better deal because stores like GameStop and stuff like that, they are. I haven't happened to me firsthand, so they're not really the most fair. So, but stuff like this happens. It's a real shame because, you know, you buy games for enjoyment, to enjoy the what what gaming brings to the table, and when you sell a console, when you sell a game, you know, it's like, you know, gaming is meant to be fun. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be like, you know, somebody getting robbed for it or somebody getting killed over it. It's meant to be enjoyed and have fun. So it's a real crime that, you know, once again, a crime that happened because of the the value the value of actually games. PlayStation 4, it's $399 plus actually tax, so it's very high. It's very costly, and if you primarily sell it used, you know, you can still price it for like $250, $300. So you know, $200 to $250, you know, $300. So it's still very, very valuable. But as always, guys, stay safe. Remember, if you're gonna use Craigslist, never do transactions at your house, the person's house. Never do transactions at night. Always keep the transactions in public places where there's a lot of people. Daytime always. Public place. As always, guys, have a great day and be safe. And hopefully, maybe now, GameStops and stores like that will be more willing to negotiate and hope to lower these type of crimes. As always, guys, this is Matthew. Have an awesome day.